Spence on 21st Century Investments, here with my co-host Mary Spence. And so before we went to break, we were talking about how much time, right? How much time do you have on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis to maintain a home, right? I mean, you have to think about your air conditioning and changing your filters. You know, there's kind of a list of things to do.
Every 30 days.
I mean, well, they have special filters now that can take you up to 90 days. So,
Okay.
you know, I quarterly, you know, whatever I can do to lessen the amount of time that I'm vacuuming, Lord, that I'm keeping all the trash out of my yard so the HOA doesn't come knocking on my door sending me nasty grams. You know, you never know kind of what's involved until you get into a home, right? So on the other side, renting, these are not things you're really having to think about, but sometimes the benefits outweigh, right? So you think on the other side. What are a couple other things that we might be kind of asking a potential home buyer or renter to look at?
Well, we want to look at where is your money being spent. If you spend all your available money on a down payment for a new home, that money is no longer available or making money for you.
No.
So depending on how you invest, in this case, you could possibly be better off renting. You have to look at and consider all of those expenditures that you have on a monthly basis.
Sounds like that B word again.
Absolutely, we're going to keep budget, or sticking to a budget is what you should be doing.
Okay.
So yes, budget. So while weighing your decision to whether you should buy or rent, you might want to consider the following. Renting does not build equity for you.
No.
Owning a home does.
Yeah?
So you do not receive a tax benefit when you're renting the person you're renting from. Your landlord receives that. Also, homeowners can deduct your mortgage interest, your property taxes, and also, help lower your tax liability. So renting does not allow you to make improvements to your dwelling. So you'd have to ask to paint or,
You mean I can't add on a deck?
No, not without prior approval. And if you add on the deck, that only benefits the landlord, not you, when it's time to sell.
Well, I mean, I'm a benefit because I can have cookout.
Oh, so very true.
Now I'm a benefit.
So very true.
Not in the long run, but I'm a benefit.
True. So generally
Okay.
renting, you just don't have the opportunity for those cosmetic updates that you would like to do. So also, unless if you're deciding to buy a home, depending on your financing method, renting could still be the best option for you.
Okay.
We consider it a part of what we call the American dream to own a home. So
Yeah.
is this right for you, owning a home or renting?
Yeah. It's something to consider either way, but I guess kind of the end result is everybody needs a place to live. So you're going to pick one of the options, right?
Yes.
And either way, we have enough tips and enough things throughout the process to help you figure out, what is the best route for you, and we're going to travel that route with you, right?
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Excellent.
Exactly.
So I think we have so many things kind of that we talked about, that B word, budget.
Yes.
Your homeowner, your home buyer, try it. Because
Yes.
I don't know about a diet, but I can try it, okay?
Okay. Well,
So-
at least consider it.
It's a consideration. It's on the table,
Okay.
at least,
All
right?
right. Good.
Kind of time aspect. How much time do you have to maintain a home? Where is your life headed? It's really a serious question, but it's one of those questions like, do I really have to ask myself this?
Yes, you do.
How long you plan on living in the home? These are things that through as you start the journey and as we start the journey with you, these are the things that would, we absolutely bring up to you as considerations, because these are things that you need to think about, right?
Well, because throughout the process, we want to be able to help you to keep those emotions in check, to keep you on target with what it is that you came to us and say, this is what I want to do.
Absolutely. So as we kind of wind down and think about that list, that was about 10 points that we gave you, we want to say thank you so much for joining us here on 21st Century Investments with AMSnews.tv. We are your hosts, Michelle Spence and Mary Spence. And so you can follow us on Facebook at All Service Real Estate, on Twitter at All Service, and on Instagram at All Service Real Estate. So we really do want to hear from you. If you have questions, if you have comments, if you have something, a rumor that you want to dispel about buying or selling, visit us on AMSnews.tv and go to 21st Century Investments and leave us a comment, and you never know, we may just be featuring your question on our next show. Thank you guys.
See you next time.